Welcome back to Robot Reviews, everyone. I'm your host, Robot. That's my co-host, J5. And today we're going to be looking at the NECA Adventure Series, Eastman and Laird's TMNT Adventures, Mondo Gecko. Yeah, boy. This freaking figure is like infamous in the TMNT collecting community because it's like voted the best Mondo Gecko ever. I think it's BS though that they give us the original logo right there in between the freaking words of the fucking name here, the first and last name, the Mondo and the Gecko, but not on the actual figure. Why are you fucking with me, man? This is BS. Other than that, I love what I'm seeing. That's really the only thing that's bothering me. It's like it's freaking with my OCD, but maybe that's because this is how it looked in the comic and this is how it looked on the toy. So they were still trying to pay homage. Either way, this is the way it looks inside the box. All the accessories. Here's the images on the back. I got this from Target. Believe it or not, I got it from a New York City Target. I got a NECA figure from a New York City Target. What? Nah, you full of shit. Dude, I went to the 61st Street and Broadway Target and freaking... Oh, there we go. I had the burp. Excuse me. This freaking figure was not even in the toy section. It was in the freaking aisles, like two down, like hidden. It was so hidden. It was a whole nother section of toys, way away from the toy section. And I was just like, what the hell is this doing here? And there it was, staring me right in the face, the only one. I just don't find NECA figures in New York City Targets ever. That's a other state or Long Island kind of thing. That's not a freaking New York City kind of thing. You're not seeing no 4-packs of anything or 2-packs of anything or even single packs of these until now. So yeah, I felt really lucky. I felt really fortunate. I grabbed it right away. $36.99. You can't beat that. You cannot beat that. So yeah, that is how much I paid for it. Here it is in the box. Once again, I'll do another wraparound. I really love the images on the side as well. That looks really good. I can't wait to take this thing out. Let's do that right now. Let's open this biatch. Awesome. He's measuring in at, let's see here, 6.5 inches tall. Less than, right? Yeah, a little less than 6.5 inches tall. And you know, from hand to hand right now, about 3.5 inches wide. But that's probably a little less if the hands come inward. So we're under 3.5 inches wide and under 6.5 inches tall. There are your measurements. Came with this really cool background too of the sewer from the Archie comics, so that's freaking awesome. Definitely gonna keep this for future use. I don't know what, but it may come in handy sooner or later. I've actually had the original one for quite some time now, since I got that 8-pack of the Archie comics Eastman and Laird's Adventures figures. Check it out if you haven't seen it yet from Playmates. This is one of them. I still haven't opened up the 4 other figures, including Mondo Gecko here, but I like the way the Archie comics looks better. I just like the design better and everything. There are 2 things I like better from the original, and that would be the sticker logo. I just think that looks way better than the Archie comics logo. But you know, you be the judge. You tell me which one you like better. I think this would be a great mix, and you could just put that on there if that wasn't all like that, right? Like you could just cover that up easily if this was a smaller icon, but you can't. And then the skateboard. I like the skateboard better. I like it a lot better. I guess if I got the Super 7 one, I could probably match the scale of the Archie Comics one, but I'm not going to do that because I don't like the way the cartoon version looks, and I don't like the way the toy version looks. I only like the way the Archie Comics looks, but this skateboard just looks so much better, man. And does he have the... No, it does not have the freaking Stingray skull logo underneath. So, differences right there between the skateboards. And let's see, what are the similarities? Oh, he's got the skull on his knee. He's got the spike on his knee. Let's see a better shot of that. Yep, there's the spike on his knee. This is not the same back that I was thinking of. I was thinking I was going to look at the original back, but this is a completely different back. So there's no like cutout card or anything like that. But yeah, this is pretty much it for this comparison. some open figures I wanted to show you guys because that's a little more appropriate for a comparison, I think. We got Kerma trying to give an interview over here, the Channel 6 exclusive. He jacked April. Freaking wasn't paying attention when she was hitting that bong. And then Samurai Mikey over here looking like he about to fook somebody up. He needs to hit a bong. He needs, yo, Mondo, hook him up, bro. Give him that good deal. And then now Mondo's a drug dealer. That's what I just did right there. And then Leonardo, SH Figure Arts, looking amazing and beautiful as always. A little bit shorter than Mondo, and that's okay. I ain't mad at him. And we have my custom NECA Napoleon Colossus Cyborg. Custom, basically. Yeah, I haven't showed this to you in a while. Check out the review if you've never seen it. It's a little older review that I did, so I have to remix it. I got a lot of stuff I got to remix, but I'll end up remixing all my older reviews. But check it out if you haven't seen it. It's a really cool custom that I did. It's one of the first customs I really started like getting crazy with. And then I have my Warhammer 40K Leonardo custom here, which I definitely haven't showed you guys yet. This is the first time for sure. I'm going to show you more details on this custom and more, you know, stuff on them in the future, because I'll be doing Warhammer in the future, a lot more Warhammer. But this is focused on Mondo. We're focusing on Mondo here. So for now, I'm just going to show you Mondo. All these awesome accessories, man. I love it. He comes with this Surf's Up hand. Awesome. And then this like rock on hand with the one middle finger inside. That's great. I love this. I love the two different colored hands with the gloves and everything. I love it. And then this awesome painted, awesome sculpted, tiny little Gecko accessory. Look at this guy. He's awesome. He looks great. Freaking, this is not Mondo. A lot of people are going to think this is Mondo before he was mutated. If it was the show, you'd be right. But this is the Archie comics. So the Archie comics say that this is his pet, and I remember I read some of it. He had a little pet before he was mutated. I think he still has it after he's mutated too, but yeah, he had a little pet gecko that he would, you know, play his rock concerts with. He would put him on his shoulder and just start rocking out on stage. So I don't know how that gecko was like okay with that without like blowing out his eardrums, but it's a cartoon. Why has it got to be realistic? Whatever. I like it. It's really cool. It's gonna go with the rest of my little animal accessories collection here. I freaking love little animal accessories, and this goes right with that collection. Look at that. He looks really good. Looks really good, man. They did a good job. They usually half-ass these kind of little tiny accessories, but not this guy. Oh, don't mind the white paint. That's from Touching Up Michelangelo. You'll see that at the end of the review. We got the guitar here. Let's see here. Let's count them. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there's 5 strings, but there's 6 like tuning nubs at the end. Huh? What? I'm a man too, you know. I go pee-pee standing up. Kung Pao? Anyone? Anyone? No? You don't know what the fuck Kung Pao is, do you? Anyway, this is the rock guitar that he plays in the comics, and it looks pretty good. It's got 5 strings and it's meant for 6. Whatever. He got this microphone too. That's really cool. Comes with like, you know, an antenna on it. It's wireless. You know, he's up to date. Thank God, yo. Thank God. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I wish there was some paint on it. It's like a basic sculpt, mold, whatever. But yeah, microphone. Last but not least for the accessories, we come to the skateboard that I just fucking dropped. Jesus. I'm leaving that in. I'm not cutting that out. So freaking, we got the Stingray on the underneath. It's just, I don't know, for me it's a little disappointing because I remember seeing this guy as a kid and he had a rocket pack on his skateboard. So I'm just used to him having a rocket pack on it, but you gotta remember this is the Archie Comics version, not the toy version, not the cartoon version from the show or whatever. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm not that mad about it. It looks cool. It's working wheels, by the way. So that's really cool. Let me back them up here so you can see all that. Move all this, yo. Make a mess now, yo, because I don't care. Yeah, working wheels. And it's got the nub on there to put him on there to make sure that, you know, he doesn't come off. Let's get him on there. There you go. Let's make him look a little more realistic. I feel like he would be sideways if he's on a skateboard, right? All right, there we go. There we go. And then, there we go. And I haven't even articulated him yet, and he already looks really good on there. I love it. I love it. It looks so good. He looks so stoned right now, doesn't he? All right, let's look at him up close. Holy moly. He does look really good. He looks really high. But he looks really good too, though. Like, oh my God, look at this. The details are everywhere. They're all present. The color of the skin, the details of the scales, you know, and then the freaking shirt, the vibrant yellow, the details on the face, like all the lines that make up the patterns of his face and his mouth. That looks great. That looks so good. The hair looks great too. Got a great sculpt. Got a great mold, whatever. The hat looks really good. And, you know, the hands, this one has a red glove. The original did not, but he does because he's from the comics. And I like the way they did the spike on this one better. And the skull looks way better. That looks like the Punisher skull right there. Let's just be real. He's a fan of the Punisher for real. Look at that. Look at this. Let's articulate starting with the tail. And it's articulating good to me. I don't have no problem with it. This is awesome. This is awesome. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that this is the bottom. This is the underneath of the tail. So that was just flipped around from the box. But that's the way it's supposed to look, I think. And then if you articulate it a little better, now it looks a little more natural. That looks great. This is a sculpt that they painted, so you feel each like nub there, if you will. That's freaking awesome, man. That's so freaking good. Really good. All right, let's articulate the legs. I'm scared. I'm scared. Hey, not bad. Not bad out the box. Okay. No snapping. All right. We got a ballpoint hinge for the foot. The foot. This looks really good. And the wrists here, let's see. Oh my God, check out his nails, y'all. No, freaking, this is pretty awesome. Double hinge on the arm here, but I'm only able to get one hinge to articulate right now. Let's see if I can get that other one to. Not really. I don't know what the point is of that, but there is a double hinge there. It's just barely articulating for me, and it's not necessary because it's still getting the range that I need to get. So I'm not gonna mess with it. I don't like seeing that gap there, but it is what it is. You're not gonna see that a lot because you're gonna be posing him in different ways. There we go. I mean, you can see it a little bit. It is bothering me a little bit, but then from there, it's not that big of a deal. You know, in the freaking display case, you're not gonna really see it that much. So Mondo used to be a human, okay? In the comics, in the Archie comics, where he comes from, he originally came from the Archie comics. He used to be a human, and he was in a punk rock band, and he played with Gecko on his shoulder on stage, playing guitar. I think he was like lead guitarist, and you know, he sung a little bit too. And long story short, he ends up running into the Turtles and some foot soldiers, because the foot soldiers are like, yo, what are you doing here? They're threatening his band, and his band are like, yo, we don't play that. And then the Turtles show up out of nowhere, and somehow, some way, freaking, he ends up getting ooze spilled on him. And you know how it goes. The last thing they touch is what they turn into. So he ends up turning into a gecko, because that's what he had on his shoulder during the show. And man, it's like, it sucks, but it's also cool. And he's freaking out, but he's like, wow, this is awesome. And they kidnap his girlfriend, and he's like, what the hell? I don't even have time to freak out over this mutation. I gotta go save my girlfriend. And, you know, he ends up saving her, and she's just like, what the hell are you? Nope, I'm good. They break up, and later on, she ends up feeling bad and missing him, and, you know, gets kidnapped again. And, you know, he's trying to save this mermaid chick or whatever, this other underwater chick. I think it was a mermaid. And freaking, he ends up finding out he's got to save his girl too, which he does. And then she's like, please get back with me. I want to be with you again. I don't care if you're a freaking gecko mutant or not. And they hook up, and happily ever after. That's all we hear about that. And then Well, there is more, to be honest with you, but I don't want to tell you it because it's pretty sad and it's definitely spoilerage. But if you want to know more, read the Archie comics, the what is it, Mutanimals? The Mutanimals, yeah. The Mutanimals. Check out those Archie comics. They're really good. They're really fun to read, and they have a really sad ending for the Mutanimals. That's all I'm gonna say, yo. But yeah, now I got him playing guitar, as you can see here. I'm trying to make it look like he's strumming the guitar with that gripping hand. If I could just get it at a certain spot, it will look like that. It's just, but the guitar keeps coming down, and I don't want that. Aha! There we go. I just got to bend the wrist in, and then get that back up there. And it's still moving. God damn it. Maybe I can just move the arm down a little more to match the spot it's at. Okay, yeah, I'm happy with that. Let me see. Let me look at that up close. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Looks like he's playing. He needs a pick, though. He doesn't have a pick. I guess he can use his nails. Holy shit, he's using his nails as picks. That's freaking dope. It looks like that, though, for real. Look at this. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm in love with this figure. In the show, it's a completely different situation. He does not come from the same origin. Like, he's not a human. He's a gecko from the very beginning. They changed that up. They also changed up the origin story for the turtles within the show because of this origin story for the gecko, for Mondo Gecko. So that was pretty crazy. I didn't know that. I probably saw it when I was a kid and just never realized that's what they did. But yeah, they changed the origin story, and then some random human grabs this guy, this little cute little guy, before he mutates, and, you know, separates him from the turtles, which gives Mikey like anxiety later on, because he starts like having memories and dreams about, you know, like a lost cousin or whatever, or like another mutant that was with them. And you find out that this guy was being raised by an asshole who was teaching him how to be a criminal, and basically that he gets away with it, and Mondo grows up to be a criminal. He's a cool guy. He likes to skateboard, he likes to play guitar still, and he likes to do all the things that he does from the comic, but he also likes to rob shit. He is a burglar. He's robbing shit, and that's how Michelangelo ends up running into him. They meet up, robbing the freaking Mikey runs into other burglars, and can't even talk, other booglers, other burglars, and they end up being like, what the hell is this guy? What the hell? He's a freaking turtle mutant. Let's get the fuck out of here. And Mondo's the only one that gets away. And then Mikey ends up following him into the sewer, and Mondo's just like, dude, you're no match for me. Get the fuck out of my face. Ties him up without even trying. And, you know, Mikey ends up realizing that this is the guy that, you know, they were mutating with in the very beginning when the ooze came into the sewer. So, you know, they end up befriending each other sooner or later, because they still like don't like each other. Technically, Mondo's a bad guy in the beginning. Technically, he is a villain, and he ends up being turned into a good guy by saving Mikey from a truck that's like gonna go off the freaking ledge of a cliff. And then, you know, they just befriend each other and start fighting the Foot Clan together, and that's pretty much it. I think later on in the show, Dirk Savage ends up going after the turtles, and he helps out with Dirk Savage and everything, you know, and then Dirk Savage ends up becoming a good guy too. But that is pretty much my yapping story slideshow segment. Here he is holding a drink. I got him holding the drink now, looking like he's about to drink it. I mean, I don't know what else to do, because he's got the guitar there. I can have him singing too, but I don't want to have him singing right now. I'll do that for the music video, but I wanted to make it look like he was about to like say like, yo, call me. Because you could do surfs up, but I wanted to make it look like he's like, yo, call me later, bro. Dude, call me later. What? I have the fatty spliff in his mouth now, like you saw in the segue I just showed you. Man, it was a pain in the ass to make it look like that cherry was actually lighting up. But I did it in the last like millisecond of the segue you just saw, but I did it. I did do it, and I got his gecko on the shoulder. I didn't do that for the segue, but I'm doing it now. Look at that. He looks so cool. It was also a pain in the ass to get him to look like he's lighting it from the front angle and the side angle at the same spot. Like, that is not easy to do. You're doing a lot of tweaking and moving around and positioning. But yeah, there he is, smoking his big fat spliff with his gecko on his shoulder. Makes me think of my old buddy Enoch, rest in peace. I used to have a veiled chameleon, and he came with me everywhere I went on my shoulder, just like the way he's doing with his gecko. Rest in peace, buddy. I miss you. And oh look, I got Mikey here. I got Mikey all touched up. I told you I was going to touch him up. I did some white paint on his teeth to get rid of a lot of the green, the most I could. You know, it's not going to be perfect. You know, I see that little extra green coming down there on the tooth. It's kind of bothering me a little bit, but it's not that big of a deal. It's a paint job. I guess I could fix it if I really wanted to, touch it up more. And I outlined the eyes. I repainted them again. Gave them a little more white. The outline was not that hard to do, but it was risky. So I just said, fuck it, I'm doing one pass through and then I'm leaving it alone, because I just feel like I'm not that good to get it perfect every time I go at it. I'm lucky that I got it looking the way it does. I really did try to touch it up though from the last time you saw it, so it looks a little neater somewhat. Like in there, that's bothering me a little bit, but this ain't so bad, right? Right, Bulla? Thanks for barking, Bulla. I appreciate you. I love it when you bark during my reviews. That's going to be it for this Mondo Gecko review. I hope you all enjoyed it. And check out the link below in the description. It's $36.99. It's at Target, aka Target. And you cannot beat the quality of this figure for the price that they're asking. You can't beat it. It's just so freaking good. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and hit the like button below, please. I really appreciate it if you liked it, and hit the notification bell so you know when I have more videos uploading and coming. I'm switching up my upload schedule, by the way, for those of you who care about this information. I am no longer going to be doing it every Sunday. Now it's going to be whenever. Could be every Sunday, could be every Monday, could be your Mother's Day. I don't know when I'm going to be uploading anymore is what I'm trying to get across to you. I'm going to be switching up the upload schedule to a random upload schedule. So it won't be consistent every Sunday anymore like I've been doing for the last, I don't know, months, the past year. I don't fucking remember. But yeah, no longer every Sunday. So I apologize to those of you who are like, what the fuck? Why? I was getting used to that. I like that. I like it too. But I also like the quality of the content that I'm giving you guys now. Way better than what I used to give you. And I want to keep that up, which means I need more time to record. And plus I gotta wait for these pre-orders to come in. I got so much TMNT stuff to show you still. It's not even funny. That, not to mention all the other shit I want to show you. SH Figure Arts, Warhammer. I got so much Warhammer I want to show you. I still have customs that I haven't fully shown you yet. Like I gave you a brief glimpse of them recently, and then this video too. But yeah, I got more stuff coming. So stay tuned. It will be changing the upload schedule, but the content is not changing. I'm going to still give you plenty of content, all right? So thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I said that already. I'm your host, Robot. That's my co-host, J5. Peace, peace, your mother!